Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really well today. My name is Michelle Legaly. I'm the creator of lots of different things just like you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're live, say hello to me in the chat. I'd love to say hi back to you. If you're catching the replay and inside of our Facebook group, put hashtag replay. And if you're watching this replay because I sent it to your email, feel free to hit reply and say hi back to me. I'd love to know how you're doing. Today is all about how to release bad habits. And why am I bringing this up today? I only ever share life coaching tools, tips, trainings that I've either created myself and I'm the lab rat, like I've used them with me. Hi ladies, good to see you. Um, I only ever do things that I've done for myself that either someone else taught me or I've created myself. And then if it worked on me, I'm pretty average. It probably would work with you. So that's why I always share these with you. Give them a try. If you have questions about them, ask me. If they don't work for you and you tried it, just throw it out the window. There's so many different things and thoughts to try. Okay, so let's get started. How to release bad habits. So I want to start with what's a habit? A habit is just something that's repeated, right? It could be a thought repeated, an action repeated, an inaction, a feeling, a reaction, right? It's a pattern. And we as humans, that primitive part of us, love habits. We love because even though they might be what we would call bad habits, we'll talk about that in a second, there's a part of us that knows if it's happened before and you survived it, it's a part of that safety mechanism. So that's what a habit is, something that gets repeated. We call habits good habits. We call habits bad habits, right? So let's talk about that and make sure we know the difference. A good habit, these are just my own definitions. Please type in the chat if you're here with me live. If you've got better definitions or you want to add to mine, I'm always open to that. A good habit is empowering you. It promotes you, or maintains your health, your wealth, either physically, emotionally, mentally, relationally, spiritually, financially. Is there another Lee out there? Probably, but I can't think of it. It's empowering your life or maintaining the good life that you already have in some shape, way, or form. It always comes in some form of thoughts, feelings, and actions, right? I don't think there's anything outside of those. Maybe we could say reactions. A good habit empowers you in some shape, way, or form. A bad habit does just the opposite. It's disempowering. It lessens your life. I tried to think of all the different words for disempowering. It's discouraging. Your health and your wealth, maybe they get maintained with it or they get chiseled away at, right? It lowers it. And the crazy thing is, we get used to these lower ways of being, and then those become comfortable and habitual. And so when we want to move to more empowering ways of being, it becomes a real challenge. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about today. Okay, so here it is, the quick and dirty for you to try. Number one, when you think about your life in any bucket of your life, there's really only three things, we could call it four things to think about. It's your thoughts, the feelings you're feeling. I guess we could talk about the body sensations, your reaction to things, but it usually starts with thoughts and feelings, right? Let's get clear on what it is, what bad habit you would want to release. Can we start with it there? Do you have one? Do you have one in your mind? It doesn't have to be the worst one. It could just pick something light for today. I'll give you mine that I've been working on that helped me create this. Ice cream. I got myself addicted to ice cream again this summer. And when I and I gained a few pounds and I was a little sluggish and I thought about eating ice cream at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, I went down the wrong path again. So I had to let it go again. And so I had created a bad habit and I was in the process of letting it go and I was really struggling with letting it go. So I started to document it, which got me to this. How do we release what we would call bad habit? So I decided eating ice cream was a bad habit because it was affecting my health, honestly, and my wealth. I like expensive ice cream. And I was gaining weight and I was really trying to get that sugar high in the evening and during the day. Okay, so I got clear on my bad habit. I want you to get clear on yours. What do you want to release? And here's the hard part, easy part. I don't know. It was easy for me because this is something I do. When I have the urge to do the bad habit, when I have that urge and I catch myself, I close my eyes, I get real quiet, sit by myself. You might have to go into the bathroom if you need to be by yourself. And I just breathe. And I keep asking myself, what are you feeling right now? And lots of times, like anger came up, irritability. And honestly, it was probably a physical thing too, because my body was getting used to getting that sugar kick at certain times of the day. But that's okay, I could work through it. I just felt the feelings. I am a meridian tapper. I tap on my physical body and I just said, I'm feeling agitated. I feel the crave so strongly. I'm pissed off. And then I might even have some thoughts around other things that don't even pertain to the bad habit. I let those come through. I just let everything come through and I keep tapping on my physical body for lots of different reasons. I suggest you do it too. If you want meridian tapping scripts or like where to tap, let me know in the chat and I will make sure I get those to you. And I just tap and I breathe through the sensation of wanting to do the quote unquote bad habit. And it goes like this. It'll peak and then it comes down and then eventually it's over. And I wasn't going to share this part with you, but what happens for me is it peaks, like I said, and comes down, and then almost there's a silence, like a relief from the wanting it. And then in that relief, I've started to develop a relationship with what I call my future self, which it's really not in the future. All of you exist now. And I connect with that part of me who has the body that I'm moving towards, who has the muscles and the whatever, the health, the wealth, whatever you call all those pieces that I know I want to move towards. And I just sit with her. Sometimes she talks to me. Sometimes I ask her questions. Sometimes it's silent and I just get to see her and say, oh yeah, that's what we're doing. Thank you. I wasn't planning on sharing that part, but it really is helpful for me to remember where I'm going, me releasing the habit is the path to get there, is one of the paths to get there. Okay, does that make sense? Do you have any questions? Okay, one more thing. Maybe I can show you. If I can find it. Okay, why would feeling your feelings, processing the feelings around wanting to do the bad habit, or if it's an inaction that maybe there's an action, you have a habit of not taking an action you're supposed to do. When you're in that inaction or the procrastination, just sit with that. It's the same thing. How do you feel? Just sit with it. Again, I do meridian tapping. It's so effective. I'm happy to give you some training on that if you want it. Why would that work? Why would this work to help us release the bad habit? And here's why I think it works. This is the human mind. This is a model of the human mind. This is supposed to be an iceberg. This is the water line. 10% of us supposedly is conscious. 90% of us is in the subconscious, things that we're not aware of. Habits, I truly believe, reside in the deeper part of us, what we would call the subconscious. You can't expect your willpower to change something that has a deeper driver. So if you've been like, oh, I didn't have enough willpower, my willpower broke, like, quit beating yourself up. This willpower, this was never strong enough to work on this. So don't do that to yourself, right? It's true for all of us that our willpower isn't great enough to change a habit. It's just not. But feeling your feelings is in the deeper part of us. If you shift, so you have the habit or the bad habit or the inaction or action coming up that is disempowering to you, go to your feelings. Go to how your body feels. Go to your emotions. Allow yourself to tap into that, become aware of those things, because that lives in the realm of habits. And this is how we can release and change habits. This is how we can add what we would call empowering or good habits also, right? Think about what I just shared with you. I do some meridian tapping around feeling the feelings of wanting the ice cream or the drink or the whatever. And then at the end of that, I tap into that version of me, who's the greatest version of me. I use my imagination and connect with that greater version of me to remind me of where I'm headed with these actions. Okay? That's why this works. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you today. And then very quickly, again, I'm sharing this with you because it's been working for me, and if it works for me, it works for a lot of other people. Let me know how it goes in the chat. Next Thursday, August 22nd, I think, I'm hosting another life coaching free training called How to Coach Anyone on Anything. And I know it's a big claim to say, what do you mean, how to coach anyone on anything? I mean it just like it sounds. Because I teach kind of what I just taught you here. I help my clients go to the deeper parts and process here so that they can change their actions, the way they perceive their lives, the way people show up in their lives. We don't do it from here, we do it from here. And that's why we can coach anyone on anything. I had a student, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 months ago, say to me, Michelle, I can't coach anyone on anything. I can't coach them on finance. I don't know anything about finance. And I said, I don't know much about finance either, but I can certainly talk to someone about their feelings around finance, their habits around finance, their beliefs around finance, the influences they have around their finances, their parents' influence on what they believed about finances and how that's influencing my client. There's so much to do around finance. Does that make sense? Now we can help people with that. So everything we do in life really is driven from these deeper parts. And the work we do as life coaches is to help people access these deeper parts, process them, and get clear about what they prefer. If you're interested in that training, it's free. It's next Thursday, August 22nd. I will put the link to register. I will be sending out the replay if I remember to record. So if you can't make it live from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, that's okay. I'll be sending out the replay. But for those of you who do show up live, I'm going to give away a free Inner Work life coaching session with me, an hour session. So if you're interested in that, it's about a $500 value. So if you're interested in that, register and then show up live, and then we will, whoever's there towards the end, we are going to raffle off a free session. Okay, I hope that's helpful today. Have a great day.